Hello. I have $35 on pump 8. Tyler, are we watching a vlog right now? Are you vlogging? I am vlogging. It has been a hot second since I've actually vlogged something, but the title of this video, as you'll probably see, is My Boat Is Gone. Is it gone yet? No, it's not quite gone yet. Give it like 8 minutes, it'll be gone. Now this right here is my kind of place. Guns. Well, what is crack-a-lackin', folks, and welcome back to Tyler's Real Fishing. Today's episode, as I said, is a vlog, and right now you can tell I'm driving, so we're gonna keep my eyes on the road as much as we can, especially because this is not my truck. This truck that I'm driving, as you guys will hear more about in this video, is the 2020 GMC Sierra, and it's a beautiful truck. GM is letting me borrow it for this trip up north to where you are asking, Minnesota.
Please hold while we connect your call to extension 5.
Now you may be curious, Tyler, why are you going to Minnesota? Well, if you guys do not know, I work with Skeeter and Yamaha. Let me turn down this. Hello, I just talked to somebody on the phone a few minutes ago about sending somebody out to take an order because I can't fit through the drive-thru.
Absolutely. And what is your vehicle description today?
It is a gray GMC Sierra truck pulling a bass boat. So I'm here in the Chick-fil-A parking lot right now, and they agreed to send somebody to my truck in the IHOP parking lot because I cannot fit through the drive-thru and the app on the phone was not working. But all of my love for Chick-fil-A aside, I'm heading to Minnesota because I work with Skeeter and Yamaha. As you guys know, I get a new bass boat every year, but a part of that deal is that I have to drive my boat and sell it somewhere. And so my boat buyer this year, super grateful that my boat sold as soon as it did. It actually pre-sold in March, so I was able to have it sold, per se, in March and then use it the entire year, and then I had to drive it to my boat buyer who lives in Minnesota. But as y'all can see, we have the beautiful boat behind us, the 2020 Skeeter FXR21. I have loved this boat. It's been by far my favorite boat that I've ever had the opportunity to run, and just the fact that I get to fish out of that all year round is an incredibly huge blessing. I am blessed to do what I do, and without you guys, I would not have the opportunities to do what I do. And so, sure, it's hard to drive to Minnesota to drop off a boat and not even go fishing, although I might sneak out and do a little bit of ice fishing if there's any frozen lakes with old Sam Sobey, but we'll see about that.
So unfortunately, we can't take your order since you're in this parking lot, but you can go to Chickfila.com. Yeah. And then you should be able to order from there.
The app was not working.
All right.
So I don't know if the website.
I think the website will work.
Can I just stand in your parking lot?
I don't know.
Okay. Since I'm in the IHOP parking lot, they cannot do business to me in the IHOP parking lot. I understand, I think it's weird, but I asked them if I could stand in their parking lot and order. So we're gonna see what we can do. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my gosh. I was wearing my mask, not because of COVID. COVID can't survive in this crap, but because it was warm. But I got the Chick-fil-A, we're gonna get back on the road. Then we're gonna answer a few Q&As from an Instagram that I did, probably touching on winter bass fishing and some tips and tricks that I utilize around the winter season. And then we're gonna prank call a few of my pro anglers and YouTube friends by being the one to call them wanting to talk, and then when they answer and say hello, I'll say, hey, sorry, I'm busy, I can't talk right now. I know this is definitely not the typical scheduled programming on this channel, but I'm so glad you guys are here. We're gonna have a fun time in today's video, and of course, we are going to do the transfer at the end of this video, giving my boat away. It's gone, it's gonna be no more. We are back on the road, the Chick-fil-A has been consumed. It is time for a short little Q&A. If you guys do not follow me on Instagram, you should, because I do a lot of pretty interactive Q&As on my Instagram, covering a pretty vast selection of topics, ranging from, of course, your standard fishing and outdoor questions, but also a lot of spiritual, Christianity focus. I am a Christian. Those types of questions people ask me about my faith, and so love answering those. Today, though, we're going to stick to mostly fishing questions. Editor Levi asks, what fish would I want to catch that I have not caught yet? And there's a lot out there that I haven't caught, but I think the top one on my list has to be a GT. I don't really want to catch like catching a small GT like this big doesn't really do it for me. If I'm gonna catch like the fish of my dreams, I wanna go out there and target like a giant one. And so I'm gonna have to go either South Africa or Indonesia or whatever John went, Komodo Islands, something like that, because that's where the big ones live, and I just want to catch a giant trevally. Second question by Ty Wade asks, do my techniques that I talk about in my videos, being a Texas angler, do they work in other places around the country, such as where I think he asked Virginia? I know I get a lot of those questions from guys in Minnesota and New York where I fish, and the answer is yes. Now, of course, some regional baits that I talk about are really only going to work best in Texas. Not saying you can't have success with them in other states. I'm just saying I'm coming from a Texas lens when I talk about bass fishing, but I feel like I've done enough traveling, I know enough about fishing around the country, that when I give those tips, if I don't say this is Texas only, if I say these are bass fishing tips, you can apply them to your local body of water. So I really don't think that I talk about anything that's strictly Texas. I think a lot of my videos can be, almost all of them, can be applied to other areas of the country, unless of course you don't have the style of fishery that I'm talking about. So whether it's grass or wood or rocks, if the body of water that you are fishing is completely different, of course the tips that I'm talking about are not going to help you. But when you expand your region, you go fish other places, you're going to find that a lot of the topics that didn't apply to you then, because you watch those videos, you are actually more equipped to catch fish the other places you go. And the same thing goes for people that ask, like, because you're in a bass boat, do these tips apply to guys that bank fish? And yes, of course, 99.8% of the stuff that I talk about applies to bank fishermen, even if I'm sitting in a bass boat like the one that I'm towing. I just prefer to fish in a bass boat because that's what I've always done, but I do mix in the bank fishing videos every now and again, and I think you guys enjoy those, obviously by how many views they get. But I'll say it again, most of the tips that I give can be applied to the bank fishing anglers as well as the bass boat and kayak, with the exception being like fishing super deep suspended fish. Kind of have to be over those fish in deep water, can't really reach them from the bank. And then a lure like an Alabama rig or a deep crankbait where they have a tendency to get stuck and you kind of want more control over the depth of them and being in that deep water, that is a lot harder to transfer those tips from where I'm sitting in a bass boat to the bank fishermen. But like I said, most of the stuff that I talk about can be applied to you guys that are bank beaters. Jacob Gifford asks, what percentage of fishing is luck and what % is skill? That is the age-old question that people ask all the time. I've had fishermen ask me that. I've had non-fishermen. My fiance, when we were dating, that was one of her first questions, and I wouldn't say we've argued about it, but we've definitely had discussions as to whether fishing is more luck or more skill. And where I land on this is kind of in the middle, but I really feel like doing well in tournaments and having fun fishing are just different types of fishing to compare. So I'm gonna start with just going out there and catching fish. That is mostly skill. I would say that is, and you don't care about catching big ones, you just wanna catch fish. I would say that is 80% skill and 20% luck. And so you know where those fish are supposed to be, you put the effort in, you throw the right lures, you work the lures the right way, and you catch those fish. I'd say it's mostly skill. But when you get to the area that most people are asking about, like catching big bass, winning tournaments, I would say that is 80% luck and 20% skill. I flip that. And my reasoning for that is because when you are at that high of a level and you're competing against guys that are that good, you are all skilled. You are all basically equally as skilled in every aspect of the game. I know pro fishermen that say, oh, I'm best at the drop shot and I'm not good at sight fishing, but they're way better at sight fishing than I am. And so I would say that the pro anglers, they're on a whole nother level when it comes to skill level. And so in order to win a tournament, you can have all the skill in the world, but if you don't have that luck, you're not gonna win that tournament. And some pros like Jacob Wheeler, Jordan Lee, Kevin Van Dam back in his prime, they were able to apply their skills and knowledge. And I'm not gonna say they were more lucky, but they had better decisions on the water, and that also comes from skill. But when everybody is basically on the same playing field, you can't tell me that Edwin Evers winning a tournament and then doing horrible the next week, that he lost all of his skill. he still has the same amount of skill, he just didn't make as good of a decision. And my definition of luck is not actually like random luck. I think it's more of like a proper timing where your skills line up with your knowledge, that line up with those fish. That is where the luck plays in. And so I'd say, again, big bass, winning tournaments, mostly luck because everybody is just as skilled as everybody else. But if you're just going out there and catching fish, catching a big one is probably luck, 50-50. But just going out there and catching fish, I think, is mostly skill. So if you guys disagree or you agree, let me know in the comments below. I might not have fleshed that answer out as good as I had hoped to. I've considered doing a podcast on this exact topic and calling a bunch of different anglers to find out their thoughts on it. So I might keep that up in the brain to do later on. So thank you all so much for the great Q&A. I love interacting with you guys on social media and answering your questions. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, hit that follow button at Tyler's Real Fishing on Instagram, just like it is on YouTube. But I say it's time we talk about the sponsor of today's video and hopefully going forward on the channel, as long as we impress them, and that is GMC and the GMC Sierra that I'm driving today. I'm super happy to announce that I'm teaming up with GM, which is, of course, a broad section of cars, but it is, at least for me, Chevy and GMC, to use their trucks to make some awesome content for you guys. And so make sure you guys check them out in the link below. This truck here is unbelievable. I filmed some B-roll that y'all will see here in this little description, but it is an incredible truck. It comes with every single bell and whistle physically possible on a truck. It's got cameras all over the place, has a beautiful brownish gray leather interior. It comes with the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, as you guys have seen in the commercials probably. It folds in all kinds of directions. It's an awesome tailgate. Can't use it with the boat behind me, but as soon as I head back home and maybe have some lunch on the road, I'll sit on that tailgate back there. It has a segment first heads-up display, which is a thing that you see when you're driving in front of you to show you how fast you're going and what the speed limit is. So it's not just how fast you're going, it's if there's a car in front of you, what your cruise control is set at, and what the speed limit sign on your map is saying as well. Of course, it comes with Apple CarPlay, so I can plug my phone in and have all my music and my mapping up on there. And it's just been an incredible truck to drive. It is strong. It is stronger than my Chevy that I have. I have a 2018 1500 Texas Edition. I think that's a 5.4 liter engine. This is a 6.3. It is a more powerful truck and definitely tows better with all the cool towing features that it has, including my favorite, which is when you're towing a boat, it automatically detects that. And when you switch lanes, it'll show on your display if there are any cars in your blind spot, which when driving a trailer is incredibly helpful because you can't always see either your blind spot or your trailer's blind spot. You have a double blind spot. So with that camera right there, you can safely change lanes and make your exit. But again, huge thanks to GMC for letting me use this truck. Again, I will leave all the information linked below. Make sure you guys go follow GMC for all their truck related stuff. And stay tuned in January for a very cool video about backing the boat down the trailer and driving with a boat down the highway using one of their very cool brand new trucks y'all will see soon. So that is all that I got for you guys about this truck. It's cold. I gotta finish getting gas. Plonk. Done. So now that we've talked about this super cool truck that I'm driving, it is time for prank calls. This is Alton Jones Jr., MLF angler.
Yo.
Hey, I can't talk right now.
You just called me.
Yeah, yeah, no, I can't talk right now.
Okay.
It's a prank.
I was like, okay, you called me.
This is Alex Rudd from Alex Rudd Fishing, the Big Bearded.
How you doing, bud?
Hey, sorry, I'm busy right now. I can't talk.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. I can't talk right now.
Okay, call me back.
I'm getting. Dang it!
What are you doing?
That was a joke.
Okay, I was like, did he? I was thinking he's got his phone out and he's got pulled over as soon as he got his phone out. That's exactly what I thought.
No. All right, this is Gene Jensen, the Fluke Master.
What's up, man?
Hey, sorry, I'm busy right now. I can't talk.
You're busy right now.
Yeah.
You called me.
No, I know I'm busy right now.
Oh. Does he need to talk or not?
Dang it! It's a prank.
I know what it is. That kind of crap never works with me.
Dang it. I was hoping it would. This is Brandon Palaniuk, Elite Series champion angler extraordinaire. I haven't talked to him in a while either.
Hello?
Hey, sorry, hey, I'm busy right now. Hey, sorry, I'm busy right now. I can't talk.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
You just called me.
Yeah, no, I can't talk right now.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
I'm like, okay, call me back later.
I'm joking.
I'm not hung up.
All right, this is D Almighty, the crazy, popular river diver guy.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm busy.
What did you say?
I said, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm kind of busy.
Why you call me then?
Dang it. I'm
like, what the heck?
I'm prank calling my favorite YouTubers.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, no need to call anyone else. I appreciate it.
Hey. All right, folks. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Uh-oh, Minnesota. Well, folks, I greatly enjoyed that prank. Ton of fun, but we are here at the Minnesota state border. I gotta get the camera out and take a picture for GMC here for my Instagram, but we'll see you guys when we get to our final destination. Well, everybody, that is another awesome year with my FXR21. My bass boat is gone. We got to Minnesota pretty late. I was hoping to do this deal in the daytime, but it got nighttime on us pretty quick. So did the deal in the night, gave it to Donnie and his son Dalton, who are subscribers to the channel. So, and y'all, I just love being able to represent companies that are reputable and make amazing products, and Skeeter and Yamaha and everybody else on the boat. Power pole, all my accessories, rods, reels. It's been another great year. 2020, as rough as it has been for a lot of us, it's been really, really amazing to see the way that God has opened doors in my career, and I get married in 32 days, and I'm just really, really grateful that I get to have this as my career, as my job, all because of you guys. The reason why is because y'all watch and y'all support. You buy the merch, you buy Lou's rods and reels, you buy Strike King products. I wake up every day, and even days that I am, you know, struggling to find content ideas or find motivation. Believe it or not, it is hard to go fishing sometimes, but I do it every day because I love you guys and I'm so grateful for you. And so the boat is gone. We get a new boat in a few weeks. Of course, I'll be doing tons of videos about that, but it's like 18 degrees outside. I'm really cold. This Texas boy is not used to this kind of cold. And if y'all are new here, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Back down in the not so cold of Texas on Tyler's Reel Fishing.